Welcome back. Welcome back. Stop it. Welcome back. We're reviewing weapons in this episode of Review Country. Watch out! Howdy partners, we're back in Review Country. We've travelled long and far on our trusted steeds, looking for movies all around the place. That's them there, that's our trusty steeds. We've looked all around.
This one's name is Shadowfax, and this one's name is Roger Simmons.
Roger Simmons.
Which one's yours, Gav?
I want to be on Roger Simmons. I've always wanted to ride Roger Simmons.
And I will ride Shadowfax.
And as we rode around Review Country seeking for our next movie watch, we found Weapons. Gary, hit us with synopsis for Weapons.
Following on from Barbarian, which is one of my genuine all-time favourite films.
There you go with the genuine. Watch out! Review Country!
Following on from Barbarian, Zach Kreger has delivered us with another movie that blends comedy and horror expertly. This one, with maybe a little extra bullshit that doesn't quite land, but for the most part, if you've enjoyed Barbarian, you're going to enjoy Weapons.
Before we get any further, spoilers for all of Weapons.
Spoilers galore.
Because there is no chance we can talk about this movie without spoilers.
And why would you be here otherwise?
Why would you be here otherwise, other than to travel through Review Country with us? Watch out!
It's interesting. I like that people, and I do this, I'm one of these people, I'll watch a film and then I'll go online and be like, I want to hear what other people thought about the film, and I hope that my views align. Maybe not liked, but I'm like, at the very least, I hope that I go and see, for you guys, Gary and Gav, and I really hope that they say that they liked these bits and they hated these bits, so that I'm not an ostracized weirdo.
We are both ostracized weirdos. Let's dive into Weapons, because you and I haven't actually spoken about it, because you saw it last night and I saw it yesterday afternoon.
Whoa.
I know, crazy. That means nothing to you as you watch or listen to this. What did you think of Weapons?
I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I think it's an interesting one. Going in knowing where I was, because I liked Zach Kreger and I liked Barbarian so much, I kind of went in under that umbrella.
Yeah.
So I was expecting a horror movie that has its hand firmly in the comedy camp. And it delivered on all fronts for me. I think there are issues, which would you want me to do issues now, or do you want me to save issues for afterwards?
We'll save issues for afterwards.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the characters are all very engaging and very likable, and that adds credence to any horror film because it means that you're invested.
Yeah.
I think that the jokes, when they do land, are... I think the film isn't a classic horror in the sense of like, oh Christ, oh my God, I shit my pants. But it is...
Which happens often to you.
It happens often to me in horror films, but it is an excellent movie because the whole film, and I say this wholeheartedly, the whole movie, I was sitting... Oh God.
Tense.
Oh.
Suspenseful.
And there's a moment near the end which I think wraps up my enjoyment. It's not even my favorite bit of the film, and I want to make this clear, but I think it highlights what this film does perfectly. When Josh Brolin is punching out the Jakey junkie guy, and the junkie's like under a spell, and he keeps getting up and screaming and running at Josh Brolin. Never, and I might even mean this genuinely. I changed it. I might mean this legit, like for all my film watching over the years. Never have I been so equally like laughing and enjoying a scene so much because it's funny, but also stressed out my box that Josh Brolin was gonna like miss the guy at some point. That scene is a perfect blend of it's funny and it keeps going and it hits you again, and then but just as you think it's done, up he comes again.
Going, and you're emotionally invested.
And emotionally, I was like, "Oh my God, please stop! Just lay him out!
Please stop getting up."
The other laugh that it elicited from me, which was a genuine laugh. I'm a big fan of a perfect fuck, and not often does a film.
Oh, I know you are. That's why I've got kids.
Not often does a film drop a perfect fuck in a way that I think is so human that it resonates with you expertly. And Weapons has one when Josh Brolin wakes up from his dream sequence.
Yes.
Screams and then just goes, "What the fuck?"
It's like, what was this?
With such rage and anger because he's just had a nightmare. Oh, incredible.
Chef's kiss.
It's so good. What were your thoughts, Gav?
Weapons. Much like you, absolutely love Barbarian. I think the year it came out, 2022, 2021, my favourite movie of the year.
No, it was 23. It was like 2 years ago.
It's 2023?
I'm 85% sure of that.
God,
It's only like 2 years.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Loved that movie so much. I went in knowing nothing, and it surprised me to no end. Unfortunately, with Weapons, because I was so in love with the movie Barbarian, I was kind of following closer to what Zach Cregger was doing, and at the cinema they just kept pumping that trailer into me.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to the film, my expectations were really high.
Okay.
And I feel like the movie is good, but I struggled at some points with the balance of the movie.
Yep.
I don't know if it as well balances the tone as it did with Barbarian. But when this movie is hitting, when this movie has that kind of mysterious, suspenseful tone, and when that movie is like battering you with jump scares, this movie is brilliant. But then when it pivots into more of its comedy aspect, it didn't always work for me, but I appreciated how bonkers out there it was that it was going for it.
See, I think for me, because the film it's a horror movie, horror with feet planted in the comedy camp, but I think it pivots into mystery rather than horror.
Yeah.
I agree fundamentally. Barbarian is the stronger film.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that if you have to pick one of these, you can watch Barbarian or Weapons again. Which one? I'm going to pick Barbarian, 100%. But I still really enjoyed it. I will not concede because we're not having an argument, but I will agree that the trailer sets up for a film that it doesn't deliver on.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily think that's the film's problem. I think that's a trailer issue.
Yeah.
But the trailer 100% pitches you like full on spooks and ghouls and goblins. And if I'm because I only watched the trailer once or twice, if I'm remembering that the kids running out of the doors is set to like ominous music with like giggling.
So yeah, the initial teaser for this was literally just the information of at 2:17 a.m. all these kids got up and left their house at the same time, except for one. And then it's just them running and that's it. And I was like, if I'd only ever seen that, I would have been happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I unfortunately did see a trailer where it was like, Josh Brolin is like, what's going on here? And there's a mystery and we're going to solve it. And blah, blah. And so it does set up a movie. I went in expecting one movie and I came out getting another.
Yeah.
And I'm not annoyed about that. I just wasn't ready for it. So it's taken me some time to like kind of wrap my head around the movie.
It's hard when it pitches itself as more of a horror than it is.
Yeah.
Because that film it starts horror, it finishes with horror elements. The few very, very good horror sequences, like I said, gripping the chair, edge of the seat stuff.
It's good.
When the teacher's in the car and she falls asleep when she's doing a stakeout.
That scene's
awful. That scene, in the best way, awful.
Like the way that door opens. Yeah, awful in terms of like the way it makes you feel.
Cringing.
Because the way that door opens and just the way the woman walks out.
Wobbles out.
I was sitting in the cinema just like, no.
It's creepy, it's uncanny. And then she gets to the car and you're like, oh God, and she's neck down and you can see the hair and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like, genuinely give me chills right now thinking about it.
And then goes off screen and you're like, okay, that's fine. And then you hear
the door open
and the car jiggle and she's just sleeping the whole way. And I was just like, please, for the love of fuck, please wake up. This is the worst thing. Or anything.
Or get out of the car.
Thing. So that scene's incredible. Benedict Wong running towards her
with those eyes,
street with the eyes. Incredible. And I think this is it. All the setup and all the kind of setup to the mystery is excellent. It's very, very, very good.
Yeah, the Rashomon type structure of like here's James's angle and here's this character's angle and here's I've forgotten all the names of the characters.
Justine James.
Yeah, Justine James.
Paul, Marcus.
And it's just like
Alex.
Yeah, fucking hell, you went for it.
Jesus it was last night. I remember. It's fresh.
True. But it's like I like the way that it's structured to a point.
Yes.
But once we got to like the cop stuff and the junkie stuff, it was kind of losing me a wee bit. So
it definitely feels like that's the comic moment. That's when the film really wants to lean into the kind of comic relief. I really enjoyed it. I think the cop, I suppose it kind of comes down into, and I wanted to talk to you about this very quickly. I know these review countries are trying to keep tight and short. So I just wanted to go, I enjoyed the cop and the junkie stuff. I think that's when it pivots more into the comedy.
Yeah. Especially with the junkie stuff.
And I think that's in preparation for the kind of finale. Do you know what I mean? Junkie
is a Scottish term for drug addict. I'm just going to say that in case
you didn't know, yeah. But I do also think that's where it starts to miss. I think that's where the biggest misses do come, because the policeman especially, it felt very superfluous. And I think that's...
Yeah.
I think the reason that story's in there, I think it is because of the general theming of the film.
Yes, and also to make the ending play out the way you need the ending to play out.
Yeah.
Because those characters need conflict in that moment that isn't just the kid versus the aunt.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
they need to get there, but then it can't be the three of them versus the aunt.
Yeah, yeah,
So
because it would have been too easy.
yeah, so then we need to get these characters here somehow, which extends the runtime, and then it makes the film feel a wee bit like it's losing a bit of its direction
Yeah.
in a sense, because those two characters aren't directly connected to like the original situation.
Yeah, and then it brings you to the very, in my opinion, very good final. Because like a horror movie, sticking the landing is a hard thing to do.
Really hard.
Because unless you go for a final jump fright a la Alien with the heroes, because you want the hero to win, because that's we can't help ourselves, we're human. You always want the heroes to win, but you want there to be a final reckoning. So when it was Josh Brolin and
Julie
Garner. Thank you, laptop.
Who
Julie
plays
Garner
Silver Surfer.
going to the aunt's house. I was with you. I was kind of like, this is going to suck. Then the policeman, and they get taken out, which is fine. For the film to finally set up the kid doing what he does to beat the witch,
That was some of my favourite bit of the movie.
and the little ding sound effect every time a spell connects, and the aunt, the aunt Gladys kind of going, oh no,
yeah.
and just like comical screaming
So
running out.
comical.
And it just, from that, the final ending, comical scream runs, that whole extended chase sequence with all 17 of the kids chasing her, to then just battering her down on a lawn and ripping her to shreds.
Like the way they rip her head off of her body.
Fucking incredible.
See, for me, like, I was so, like, struggling at that point to be like, whoa, what are we doing? But I wasn't struggling in a sense of, like, this is bad, I don't like this. I was just struggling in a sense of, like, this is wild, and
It's crazy.
I kind of want it more.
I think
really.
I think the back of the box, if you imagine like an old DVD and Blockbuster, I think the back of the box quote for this one would need to be something along the lines of, be ready for whiplash.
Yes.
Because that film is gonna send you from here to here to here in rapid time.
Especially
but if
seeing
you're
where
ready for it.
J.K. Simmons showed up and started teaching all the kids drums. That was really weird.
But if you're ready for it, I think it's brilliant. It does bring me to the theme of the film, because obviously the film touches on parasites, it references them a few times, and the two things that I took away from it, I got an actual read of this film. I usually watch films and just kind of take them at face value, but this one I was like, no, I actually get it. From my understanding, it's the social parasite element of the aunt. You kind of like go out of your way to just accept. You know, when someone turns up and they're like, "Oh, would you mind helping me out?" And you're like, "Yeah, of course," because I think the mum even says like, "But my mum would have done it. It's the right thing to do." And then that woman just becomes a drain, a literal drain on society, and then the knock-on effect and how that eventually affects the children, up to the point where the kid himself, you think, you know, and the aunt doesn't. She thinks that the kid's not paying attention. You don't think children are absorbing when you're going through these kind of social
she's
things.
underestimating the kid at all times,
As we do in you know, in our day to day. But the kid has been watching, he's been paying attention, and he uses what he's learned to fuck her up. And then there's that, and the second one is that the police are just fucking useless in domestic abuse cases.
It's interesting, that's a theme over both of Zach Cregger's films, where the police in Barbarian are very much like, go away, you're a crackhead, we're not going to help you, you're being ridiculous. And in this one, the only cop that we follow is a cop who is a former alcoholic, cheats on his girlfriend or wife,
Girlfriend,
and
fiancé maybe.
is clearly not fit to be a police officer.
Yeah.
Which I like. The thing I love about this movie more than the horror is that the characters aren't these like clean, well-shaped humans.
Yeah, the characters are great.
The characters are so kind of real in how not good they are.
They're just normal. They're just normal making mistakes.
Like they have failures.
Yeah.
Like you'd expect Julia Garner's character to be kind of like, I'm a teacher, I'm all good, but it's like
she gets told repeatedly, "Do not go near the kid," and she just can't help it. She's just like, "But I want to."
And she just wants to like sit on her couch, drink vodka, watch bad TV. She's like she's not a
hero.
She's not a bad person, but she's not like a good old American teacher.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin's like, he's just consumed by the loss of his child, and he's just
obsessive,
not present in his life. His wife is like bored of him. The cop is a shithead. The junkie's a junkie. The aunt is an evil witch, and it's just like that. It's not just evil witch and everyone else is good. It's like evil witch and humanity, and let's just watch them play out with each other. I loved that so much.
All in, I enjoyed it. We didn't. What are we rating this out of? Actually, this is the next part of this. What are we rating this film out of?
Bonsai trees.
I was going to say witch sticks.
How are you going to find an image of witch sticks?
I'll figure something out.
Okay, what, out of 10 witch sticks?
I would. So it's a tricky one for me because you can't help but relay this to Barbarian. It's almost impossible to watch this film.
When I was writing my review, I was constantly thinking back to Barbarian. Unless
you haven't seen Barbarian, in which case I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts. As a viewer of Barbarian, I'm like, I enjoy Barbarian more, but I still rate this very high. So for me, I am going to give this film a solid 8 out of 10 witch sticks. I really, really enjoyed it. The misses, I don't think I spoke great about the misses for me. The misses mainly were, I think the pacing's a bit funny, and it especially slows down once Paul and James's 2 segments come in. But outside that, and I mentioned at the beginning, there's a few red herrings in there which piss me off. With Josh Brolin looking at his house and it's got the big gun in the sky, and then 217 appears in the gun, and it's like, oh, the film's called Weapons. It's a weapon, I guess. But I'm like, no, you can't just throw fucking insane imagery into it because it looks cool.
Yeah, what did anything ever become of that?
No, it was just a dream sequence. But like that's what the film pitches it as. Like, oh, it's a dream sequence, so don't worry about it. Like, it's a dream sequence that has direct effect on the real world, and that's his psyche learning things. But also, there's a big gun in the sky that doesn't mean anything because it's a dream. You can't have it both ways. Yeah. Either dreams are prophetic or dreams are nonsense. You can't have a dream that's both nonsense and prophetic. It's one or the other. Honestly, I know we've only done like 3 of these Review Country episodes, but because we take them so seriously, and I hit out with words like prophetic and dreams can't be nonsense and prophetic, they have to be one. I'm like, holy fuck, are we actually good at this? I'm so used to just sitting on this fucking cream couch and just shouting about and talking about poo and pee and stuff, and now here we are, but like actually reviewing films.
This is why we came up with this show, so we can talk coherently about films.
How many witch sticks out of 10 are you giving it?
Yeah, for me, I had a bit of a back and forth with this. Like when I initially came out, I wasn't sold on it. The more I've thought about it and writing about it, I think I found what the movie is, and I like what that movie is. And from a horror aspect, the imagery in this movie alone is just like spine-shudderingly great. And Zach Cregger, please don't go into DC. Please don't waste your time with superhero movies. Keep making these weird little like faux dark comedy horror movies,
please,
with Justin Long appearing in all of them, because I love seeing Justin Long appear in anything. The movie was too dark for me. I'm just gonna it was too dark. I
will agree. The sound as well, and I wasn't sure if this was the cinema screen I was in.
I had that. Like it was a bit too quiet and a bit too dark.
But if we've both had it in 2D, because I assume you were Renfrew Street.
Yeah,
I was Silverburn, so I think that's just a problem with the film's grade and audio mix. But I was the same, especially the beginning when I was like the initial opening monologue of the little girl talking, and people were just getting settled and tucking into their popcorn and stuff, and I was like, what is honest to God, what is that girl saying? Because I can't hear. And it's not anyone's fault because people were tucking into their popcorn, and I would, as much as I hate people in the cinema, respectfully and quietly they were doing it, and I was still kind of like, I can't even have a go at anyone. No one's doing this. No one's out of pocket here. It's just the film is being mental. The darkness one as well. There was not the whole film, but definitely moments of the film where I was
some of the moments the darkness works really well. Not the band, but just the look
the
of the
darkness.
movie.
The band always work very
like
well.
The dream sequence, for example, I'm like, we can just turn this up.
Turn it a little touch. The basement as well. The first time you see the kids in the basement, because Josh, the junkie reacts to it, and the first time I was like, I'm gonna guess that was the kids in the basement because the poster was in shot like filmmaking here, but because he'd seen the poster and then he reacted, I was like, I'm gonna guess that's the kids in the basement, but I can't even actually see that myself.
Like it works so well, and so, like the first time you see the parents like sitting on the couch when she peers through the window,
horrid.
That's great.
Horrid.
Or like when she comes out of the door and like walks up the car there. But like other stuff, I was just like, wait, what am I looking at? I can't tell.
How many witch sticks?
I would give this 7 witch sticks out of 10.
Good scores across the board.
Definitely go watch it. If you like Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia and Barbarian, it's those 2 movies together. So if that doesn't sell you on it, I don't know what would.
It's a fucking good film.
It's a good film.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
This has been a good year for horror.
It has been a good year. And we've got Alien Earth coming out soon.
Oh, yes.
Fucking great write-ups on that.
Feed me.
Feed me, Seymour. That's Little Shop of Horrors.
Intro
Folks,
was-
that's Review Country. Thank you so much for watching. I want fan art of me as a cowboy or as a cowgirl.
Riding
Shadowfax.
Shadowfax. We
Or-
will definitely
or Richard
remember those
Simmons.
horse names for the next episode.
I will. Thank you so much, folks.
Bye! Tell us what you think in the comments.